following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Kevin in Orlando. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, I'm doing great. You know, I am addicted to TFNN.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. It's a great network, man. And I want to thank everyone out there, for making it a great network.
Well, it's great because I do outside sales, so I get to have the station on my phone the whole day. And when I go pick up the kids from school at 3 o'clock, they all love it and giving the old wow. Educating the kids at a young age is a good thing.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and a great week, folks. You are responsible for your own happiness. Happiness never comes from outside of you. If you put your happiness in someone else's hands, they can always take it away. Happiness can only come from inside of you and is a result of your love. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 22, NASDAQ down 13, S&Ps are flat, gold contract down $5.70, traded at $1,218 an ounce. Silver down 53 cents at $16.84 an ounce. Platinum down $12, $9.30 an ounce. Copper up a penny, $2.52 a pound. Light sweet crude up 11 cents at $43.52 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year note, down 17 ticks, 126.20. 30-year bond off 28 ticks, 154.09. King dollar up 1,000 ticks. Excuse me, folks, trading at 100.090. The euro is at 107, and the yen is at 108.50. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so last week, you had the SPY, fail on price, fail on volume. On the dailies, on the weeklies, the number we're talking about here is 217.03, folks. 217.03 is the high of the September 9th downdraft. You did 221 million shares there. Try to get up into it Wednesday. Thursday, we got there Wednesday, closed underneath it. Got there Thursday, closed underneath it. Gave it up on Friday. This morning, also got there again, and it doesn't look to me like it's going to be able to handle it. That is a big barrier for the S&P. Dow Industrials, different animal. Dow Industrials broke out to highs, bottom line, until it gets back inside, we can go higher. The number you're talking on the Dow, it would have to come back inside the 18,622. Right now, you're at 18,868. Russell 2000, I guess interesting. So the Russell got up to 1306 today. That 1306, guess what? It whacked the high that was established out here over a year and a half ago. The high of the Russell was June of 2015. That was 1295.96. Now, it's going to fail at that level. So we'll see how this close comes out. But that's quite a response from the Russell. The Russell was traded at 1164 last week. That was a monster move. NASDAQ Composite. Composite also can't handle higher price. Composite out here, it's having a hard time with the 53.21 area. It's not the high. The high is the 53.42. We got to 53.02 on Thursday. Just back down. It's inside the composite. It's the NDX that's giving it a hard time. If you take a look at the 3Qs, what you're going to see is that the 3Qs were down 83 cents. You traded at $114.97, and the high is $119.65. This looks like it's building cause to, first off, trying to get down to the 113.64. And what I expect you're going to see is it's going to make its way down to this good old June 23rd to June 27th. Those are high volume lows right across the board. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract got hammered last week. This morning comes down to $1,211. What that was doing, folks, is going into where it broke out from in June. The low there was $11.99. We made $12.11. Bottom line, it's already closed. Well, it's right at it. I want to see gold get up above and stay up above 12.1870. Because 12.1870 is a low last week. It gets above there, they'll start crawling back topside once again. We take a look at silver. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. Silver is the same type of setup. I'll do the continuous contract, actually. So silver, we take a look at silver, and you're going into the same area also. The area we're talking about is the June. That's where it broke topside. So that break topside in silver was $16.24. We made it to $16.62. And silver has to get back inside $17.11 to really get some traction going. Now, notes and bonds. This is really, well, they're all pretty cool because my take is they're going to see a lot of reversals happening here. Notes got down to 125.30 today. You've done 2.1 million contracts. Right now, you're at 126.20. We'll see whether they can get any traction on the way up. But I suspect that is about it for bonds. And this is why. Watch, if we bring this back, if I put this on a continuous contract also, TY. Whoops. There we go. If I take this and put this on a continuous contract, what you're going to see is that you're coming back into where we went topside from in January of this year. So that bottom is 125.24. We made it to 125.30. That's the bottom line. You have two different things happening. That's where the strength was in the bond market when it broke topside. You also have 100% move or move. You can expect a bounce in notes and bonds. The 30-year bond, we take a look at the 30-year bond. What you're going to see with the 30-year bond is that got down to 154.24 today. 152.24 rather. It's at 154.10 right now. And if we pull this back and put this on a continuous contract, there we go. We put this on a continuous contract, you're going to see we hit 152.24, and you're coming into the swing points there at 151.12. Same setup. There's a huge amount of support for both the 10-year note and the 30-year bond at these levels. So when you're taking a look at this, you'll see that we traded at these levels from March of 2015 over to January 2016. So that's a decent floor. It's going to be hard to break that floor, particularly because we came down so fast and hard. So I expect you're going to see both of those get a bounce going, and it's going to good old King Dollar, folks. This is the number. Bottom line, King Dollar, that has been in a consolidation since March of 2015, and we'll see whether it has enough juice to get up over and take that baby out. It's certainly coming right up to the level. 100.383. 100.60 is the high. We'll be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
So Dow right now is up 35. You get the Nasdaq down 10. You get the S&Ps up 1.5. And as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the first hour, we get our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. And don't forget, folks, Steve does a great show every trading day right here, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. Now, you can come over to our website. You can test drive that 30 days right here, right now. The way you do it, go to TFNN. Go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. You can see Mastering Probability, test drive at 30 days, absolutely free. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're battling a cold out there. Nothing worse than that.
Yeah, it's going to be gone. I know. What a trip. Seriously. I sound worse than I feel. I don't feel bad. It's just that,
that's
you
good.
know,
That's good. Yeah. So the election cycle is over.
Yeah.
And I thought what we would do is just recap for listeners out there, you know, where is it that the market is likely to go from here?
Okay.
And so if we take a look at the 2 dominant election cycles, because now we know who the victor is at this stage. So we went from a Democratic president to a Republican president, and that's what this chart here represents.
Okay.
And so during that change of parties at the head office, typically the market will go ahead and form a top on election day before, right around election day. And of course, in this case here, we know that the market didn't just form a top, it formed, at least at this stage here, a fairly significant bottom in the futures market. Certainly, it's a divergent market. Now, what I want folks to understand is that when I'm looking at these patterns here, this is a representation of the Dow. So this is going back and take a look at the cycle patterns with inside the Dow, because my data goes back to 1930. So I'm really looking at election cycles from 1932 forward.
Yep.
So that would say, in what would traditionally happen when we switch from a Democratic president to a Republican, is we would really see a consolidation pattern, sort of what we have been in different indices for a period of time. So that's one possible option. Which would say, I know you're looking for a top or a short-term top, and would say if that is in fact in, the market would actually kind of move down in this consolidation pattern through about Christmas Eve out there. So that's one option.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the option. I think instead what we're really looking at here, the way that the market has behaved and some other elements, is that there's also, we can take a look at what happens in the first year of any president out here. And this gives us some more data. So we're looking at data from 1932, 48, 52, 60, 64, 68, 76, 80, 88, 92, and 2000. Now, Tom, what I did on this chart here is I eliminated 2008. which was also not for any reason other than because that 2008 market move. It really changes the pattern with inside this cycle. So, and I'm not really cherry picking, but this would be typically what we would look at, which I believe is really the dominant cycle that is in play now. And now what this also shows is that the market ought to pull back. So I heard during your show you're taking a look at the S&P 500 failing at that September 9th level. And so in line with that, this would say that the market would pull back the rest of this week into about November the 18th. And then the market would start to head higher. In fact, not just head higher in its normal pattern through December, maybe a little bit of a pullback, but really continue moving higher in a significant way into May of next year. So this is one pattern, and I think at this stage here, this is the dominant pattern that I'm seeing. Now, with regard to the pullback, this really should be expected, even with the move that we saw inside of the Dow last week. Now, the S&P 500, we didn't see that as an explosive type move. But if we take a look at, I refer to the oscillator and change line. That happens to be the red line, Tom, that is on this chart here. I've given some workshops for clients out here. And when we see a convergence right here, I'm looking at the black arrow on the right-hand side. People will see other instances of these black arrows on the left-hand side of the chart. But the very right-hand side, at the point in time that we see this convergence of this oscillator and change line and the two moving averages that make it up, we typically see a pause in the market. Now, right now, the S&P 500 is in the process of giving us that pause. So this really is, and that's the bottom panel. This very much is in line with what you're taking a look at when you look at the SPY and the September 9th date out here. So this says that there would be a pullback in place. Now, the retracement that I'm looking for inside of the S&P 500 is about a 20-point move, somewhere in that 20, 40-ish type range out there. Now, the mathematics of this oscillator and change line, they change day to day. But right now, I can say it's in that 20, 40-ish range. And if the market pulls back, tests it, and rejects it, and it's lining up with this coming Friday-ish, that'll be an ideal test to say, okay, we're ready for that next leg higher going into Thanksgiving and beyond. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, if the S&P 500 is going to move lower in a big way, another possibility, then we're going to see the cash VIX index, the spot VIX index, close above 1542 tomorrow, I would say. Tomorrow, Wednesday at the latest. What I had mentioned to listeners today was that if we saw the S&P, because what the S&P 500, or the VIX index, I should say, what it did today was it tested this area of resistance inside of the VIX index, which I've got a green and a red line on here, which were measured about a half an hour ago, about 1542 to 1538. And the odds of the S&P closing higher on the day are about 95%. When we see a close below that, especially after it's been tested and rejected. I don't know where the S&P is trading right at this very moment, but it's probably slightly green or just right at about break even. So, and that's a problem. I like that 95% odds in probability out there. So I gave that to listeners today to the Trader's Edge show. Now, with regard to this great expansion inside of the Dow and inside of the Russell 2000, I take you for a tour on the very bottom panel of my chart. These are the equity futures, the daily equity futures contracts. And what they did, because, hey, look, let's face it, you're in Suite 618, so you love Fibonacci as much as I do. Yeah. And in this case here, it happened to be an expansion. So sometimes, folks, we have retracements. That's why we take a look at this 618 retracement, 786, 382. But there's also expansions. And what the Dow Equity Futures contract did and the Russell 2000 did today completed their 1.272 expansions of their last set of swing points out here. So when I put this together with the previous charts that we look at, it says now is the time for a pause, a retracement, a pullback. No idea what's going to really cause it. But the 2140-ish area is what I'm looking for inside of the S&P 500. Now, with regard to
we got a super moon, right?
Yeah, we got a super full moon. It was beautiful last night. I don't know if you got a chance to catch it.
I did.
It came in really this morning at about 8 o'clock, but that means, last night and today, are nice. So nothing like howling at the moon. Now, super full moons, what they really should have an impact on is gold. Really, just a full moon. Just a full moon cycle typically has a nice impact on gold. So I know you're looking for it to bottom or reject.
Yeah, I think it already bottomed, yeah. Right.
It is so close. It is so close. And the reason why I say it's so close, this is the one chart here I'm going to flip forward. This is the chart that I pay attention to really for synergy. So if we take a look at a full moon having an impact on the price of gold, so too does the Japanese yen, which is the bottom panel of this chart out here. So, it looked good at about 1:30 and 2 o'clock. And then the Japanese yen started to weaken even further out here. So for me, it's a little bit of a close call here. But I'm looking.
The yen rules it, though. I know what you're saying. There's no doubt. Yeah.
Like I say, at 2 o'clock or about 1:30, we're like, okay, folks, it looks like this, on the short-term charts, it looks like we're getting it. And bonds were giving us a nice message earlier. In that at that stage, it was forming a nice little hammer candle. But right now, it's trading just slightly lower. So it's a close call. But, hey, stay tuned for tomorrow. You'll let them know at 10 o'clock. I'll let them know at 1 o'clock exactly what's going on in the markets.
It's a beautiful thing. Come over to our website at TFNN, folks. Go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters, see Master and Probability right there. You can test drive Steve's newsletter, 30 days, absolutely free. Steve, have a great one, a safe one. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
You too, Tom. Take care.
Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And we got to show you this. This is just amazing, folks. So Drys, D-R-Y-S, right? They're talking about this in the den. And our man, Mr. Dave White, is explaining to them that there's been so many reverse splits that you bet, and there's hardly no shares. So wait till you see this. I've been doing this a long time, but I haven't quite seen something as bizarre as this. So check this out. So this is a dry ship sink. It's a dry bulk carrier, right? So In the last 3 days, the stock went from $4.75 up to $40.31, okay? Now, that being said, check this out, though. This is sick. And sure enough, this just went for a 15-to-1 reverse split, okay, on November 1st. Never mind all of that. You got to wrap your head around this for a second. There are only 1.1 million shares outstanding right now. This, at $40, this only has a market cap of 44 million. You want to see something crazy? Listen to this, folks. I'm going to put this up. When you want to see, it's hard to believe that this thing could stay alive. I don't know how they stayed alive, but they did. So watch this. That when you go from high to low, when I was first looking at this at the break, I'm saying to myself, this can't be right. Well, it is right. So in 2007, they did so many stock splits that would mean that this stock was worth $190,000 a share. And trust me, it was never worth this. I used to trade this stock a lot. $190,000 a share, seriously. And this year alone, just out of this stock split, the shares, and I don't think it ever got over $3 or $4. It's saying it was worth $435. So bottom line, stay away from it. That is a mind blower, though. $190,000 with so many stock splits. And needless to say, a million shares, you can run it. Well, here, let's just look at it for a second. So there's only 1 million shares outstanding. Yeah, so how does this work? So check this out. There's 1 million shares outstanding, and it did 9.1 million shares today. And it did 5 million shares on Friday, 5 million shares on Thursday. And then before that, it was doing like 42,000 a day. Bottom line is that, now what happens with this is that a broker-dealer, if he's making the market or she's making a market, can sell shares, folks, without owning them. And when something gets run up like that, then they have to deliver them, okay? So the bottom line, they have so many days to deliver them, but they got to deliver them. That's what that run-up's all about. So people are selling shares that they don't own because you can see, well, there's only 1 million shares. How can you do 9 million shares in a day? You can't. But the banks have the right to sell something they don't own, but then they just got to deliver it. It's going to be a mess. That's the bottom line. Let's go take a look at the strength inside the Dow versus the weakness. Strength out here today is United Healthcare. That's up 4.3%, or $6.43. McDonald's is up 3.7%, $4. J.P. Morgan up 3.3%. American Express up 2.8%. So J.P. Morgan, we take a look at, this is a big breakout. Yeah. This is at all-time highs, no doubt. We go to, whoops. The laggard inside the Dow, you get Visa is down 4.2%, Apple's down 2%, Home Depot's down 1.9%, and you get IBM off 1.6%. Let's go take a look at Goldman Sachs, folks. Bottom line, they're up $5, 209, and your next Treasury Secretary looks like it's going to be also an elite of the elite coming out of Goldman Sachs. So we'll see. You'll be hearing more about that in the next couple of days, I guess. But that's the rumor out here today. Bottom line is that Goldman, folks, never goes away. Don't even think about it. It's not even close. Some of the high-volume stocks in this market, and today's a low-volume market, by the way. We get Wells Fargo up $1.40, Apple's down $2.60, Citigroup's up $1.75, Mentor Graphics is up $5, Nvidia's down $4, U.S. Steel is up $2. Let's go take a look at U.S. Steel. That's been a heck of a run. So U.S. Steel, yep, going right after its last swing high, which is 27.64. You're at 27.71 right now. It's a nice setup. Be interesting. With U.S. Steel, 27.64. Yeah, if this takes this out, this can get a lot farther. And this is quite a run. Yeah, this is a nice setup. This is building a lot of cars. If we take a look at HAR, this is a takeover. HAR, Harman Kardon's the takeover. This is Samsung's taking it over. That's why that's up like that. Let's see, if you own it, let's see, they're going to pay $18 billion, 8 billion rather, to buy Samsung. Let me see what price that would come down to. Yeah, if you own it, I'd sell it. So they're paying $112 a share, and you traded 109.75. Take it. Say, see you later. See ya. Don't want to be ya. You can leave $3 on the table for someone else. You know, just in case it falls through. That's a good number. Let's go over and take a look at good old Amazon. See how Amazon's doing out here. So Amazon almost got here. Okay, so we're down $18. You're at the top of Brexit. So Brexit day, folks. Brexit is my take of where we are going in all the indices. Now, Amazon just made it. It made it at the beginning of Brexit. The day before Brexit was $722. It goes down to, excuse me, goes down to 682. Bottoms out the 27th. We got to 710 today. And it does, yeah, and this is going to keep going lower. So that's a big heads up. You know, we just went from 847 to 710. That Brexit day is a big one. If we look at Facebook, Facebook saved itself a little bit earlier. Let me see what it's doing right now. Huh? Guess it didn't save itself enough. So that's down $3.37 under the lows. The top, oh, this is wild, man. Okay, so the top of Brexit is 115.09. We've already hit 113.55. This is going the same way. And what you have here, folks, is this. So picture this. If we look at the NDX 100, I'll use the 3 Qs, and this is a heads up as to how much further we have to go down. We're at 114 right now. Well, the top of Brexit in the 3 Qs is 108. The bottom is 101. The composite, we're at 52.24. The top of Brexit is 49.10. And the bottom of that is 45.74. So hold on for the ride, because volatility is going to be here, and we're going to be riding. 877-927-6648. Dow right now is up 33. Nasdaq's down 12. S&P's are up $1.50. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 13. Nasdaq's down 19. S&P's are off $1.50. Let's go to Paul in San Jose. Hey, Paul, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Hey, I'm doing awesome. Thanks for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tom, can I make a quick suggestion? I know you got a little bit of a cold there. There's a company. I don't work for them or I'm not associated. I just know their product is outstanding. It's called On Guard. It's an essential oil. And, man, you put a couple drops in your water, and it will keep you going strong all the time. My girlfriend's a naturopathic doctor. And
On Guard, G-U-A-R-D? Yes?
Yes.
I'm gonna pop right on Amazon right now.
It's awesome.
Maybe I'll get it in the drugstore on the way home. I will.
Yeah, cool, man. Let me know what you think about next time I call. Yeah, absolutely. I heard you talking about that drive. I was trading that earlier today, and it was wild.
That's wild,
man. It was insane.
Yeah, totally.
The float is only like 350,000 shares, I think. I don't know how it did 9 million shares, but
yeah. Stay away from it. I know you love those. Yeah, totally.
I'm looking at SXC, and I'm thinking about cashing out right here. I got in at $10.
Okay, let's take a look at Sun Coke Energy. They produce coke. Coke meaning coal, I believe. Yeah, company mines coal, underground surface mines in the United States, Brazil. So the low is $2. The high is $12.31. Which is today. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Interesting. So, 1282. Yeah, that's, this thing looks like it's going to go higher, but there's nothing wrong with taking your money, man. That's the bottom line. Because it's been a one-way trip, no doubt. Let me just see something else. So if we take 819, that's $6.80B. Yeah, that's good. So, Paul, it finished an ABC structure on the way up. That's what it just did.
Okay.
And you should get a little flack at this 1282, and where I'm going with that, that's the June 19th downdraft.
I see that.
But on a retracement, you probably can still buy this thing, This looks like, let me pull this back, how far this beggar's back. Okay, so it's kind of a new stock, actually, 2011. Okay, so you went through the downdraft. Yeah, I mean, on a pullback, you can be trading this for a while, I think. I mean, it looks like, ICE is set up on a monthly at 1505. So it'd be kind of cool if you could get a pullback to that $8 level again, which would be normal, by the way, too. Do you know what I mean? So
cool, man. All right, I appreciate it. I'm gonna close this position out and then keep this on my watch list for sure.
Yeah, totally. Cooking, brother.
Okay, have a great one, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Volumes out here. Let's go take a look at them because you're not going to be doing any volume out here, folks. What you have On the NYSE right now, we're at 876 million. On the NASDAQ Composite, you're at, you're at 2 billion in the Composite. They're unloading on this Composite. The Composite is a sleeper. So they're unloading on the Composite. Yep. So, we're down 25 bucks, but when I look at that market, it's really a sideways market, folks, okay? Because, the lows of Friday were below the lows today. So it's not, a big down day, that's for sure. But what you do have is that the volume is expanding. The Qs are down 123. That's building cause to get into this $113.63. And we banged that out on the 4th. That was 26 million. Yeah, you're doing a lot more. This is going to try to run into this tomorrow morning. And we'll see whether we get the volume or not. That's inside the Qs. The SPYs, that's really a side. It's not even, it's a flat day in the SPYs. The SPYs are down 11 bucks. The IWM, of course, went to a new high. That's a nice setup, though, for, you get 5 days, and the IWM just went from $115 to $130, and then gave it up on price. And if we get, so tomorrow, if you get a small gap down inside the market, that's going to be a beautiful island top. And that one's a classic, too. Because how it happens in candlestick charting, folks, is that the symbols are important, but what is just as important is that how do you develop the symbol? And when you get a doji with an expansion like this, meaning you have a very fast and furious move topside, you get all the strength, and then all of a sudden you get up to the highs, it blows off the highs, gives it up, and gaps down the next day. It's like it's the last one in. And then it's curtains. And we'll see how that shakes out. But if we go over to the IBB, IBB still tracking along. That's up $5.34. That's trying to test out last Thursday's high, which is the 1294 level. REGN, let's say what Regeneron's doing. Oh, look at that. That's the one. So this is up 26 bucks. So this equity here, in 7 days, this is what a psycho equity this is. In 7 days, it's gone up $120. It went from 325 on the 4th. Excuse me. That's quite a move. Let's go take a look at the gas market for one of the tigers out here. So natural gas. Let me pull. Where are you? Let's see. It's up 277 today. You're trading. This has been a one-way route on the way down. We went from 360 to 272. They want to look at UGAZ, which is UGAZ, folks, is the velocity 300% long leveraged position. These are daily instruments. If you stay in these things, it can be big trouble. Bottom line is that you're going to need a lot more volume. But yeah, can you do a counter trend bounce up to 31.56? Yeah. This thing is down from 54 bucks. 54 to 19, it was a straight move down. Let me see something else. So we get back over to natural gas. Natural gas did 9,200 contracts. It's going to need a lot more contracts. So if natural gas, 299. It's not bad. So natural gas also get up to like 311. And 311 would correspond to that $31 price. But if you're trading the single, well, if you're trading the doubles or the triples, folks, please come over to our website at TFNN. You go into ETFs, and you're going to see there's a couple of white papers there. There's 3 of them, to be exact. Read them. They'll help you tremendously about how these things work. They're great when they're trending, okay? They're daily investment vehicles, but if you get the trend right and they go, awesome. if it's a choppy market, the bullish ones and the bearish ones both will lose money. Mathematically, they have to. You stay right there, folks. Dow right now, let's see. Dow's flat. S&Ps are down 2, Nasdaq's down 21. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 14. You get the Nasdaq down 19. S&Ps are off $1.50. And what is going to be pretty cool out here is that what we do have is that you get the 13F filings that are going to be coming out fast and furious. So those filings, folks, they get done 45 days after the quarter is done. You can get an idea of what funds are buying or selling. If we go over to Rango Resources, let me see what they're doing there. Because, see, Fidelity loves Rango Resources, but when Fidelity gets in, it's great. When they get out, it's a disaster. So let's see who's getting in. So Prudential was getting in. Van Eck, Capital Group, getting out. Wellington, Fidelity probably already get out. So Wellington was getting out. Von Triple Holdings, they sold quite a bit, 1.9 million. BlackRock. Let me go take a look at AEM. Anico Eagle. So the buyers in an Eagle would be Prudential. Man, Prudential's coming in everywhere. Interesting, in the gold market. Arrow Street, Deutsche Bank. Who's getting out? First Eagle Investment, Mass Mutual, Fidelity. Yeah, Fidelity. Fidelity, when Fidelity starts getting out of equities, man, it's trouble. It's particularly in the gold market because the gold market's so small. Yeah, let's go take a look at some of the FANGs. Facebook, as to who's getting in, who's getting out. Actually, let's go look at Amazon. So first, because Amazon. So getting out, you have General Electric. How about that? General Electric, interesting, man. SG America Securities, Ameriprise, Capital Group, JP Morgan, BlackRock getting in, Toronto Dominion, D.E. Shaw, and then Facebook, FB. So these numbers that I'm giving you, by the way, too, folks, are as of September 30th. So the buyers would be Vanguard bought 7.5 million. Man, they own 6.2%, but that's mutual funds. D.E. Shaw. Schwarz-Hanner, they lost a lot of money because they're getting in right at the highs. Let's see who sold out there. Fidelity. Now, so Fidelity owns 6%, but see, they're sellers. Man, they're just so big. If they're sellers, when they're sellers, they got to watch out. 0.72, they sold out. They sold 1.9 million. That's Steve Cohen. Appaloosa sold everything, 1.6 million. Fidelity sold 5.5 million, but they still have 142 million left. So what happens there, so picture that's June 30th, at all July, August. That's a long time. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't June 30th, it was September 30th. So that's those numbers were from September 30th. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back with some numbers for you. We have the Dow finished up 23, NASDAQ down 18, S&P's flat, gold contract down 720, silver off 54 cents, 10-year note down 21, 30-year bond off a point, King dollar up 985 ticks. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
We got Carlos from California. Carlos, what's happening?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great,
How are
man.
you?
Yourself?
Oh, very well, thank you.
That's awesome,
Thank
man.
you very much. Can I make a comment real quick?
Absolutely.
For me, it's a real challenge every time I'm doing a trade. And thanks to your help, I've been able to done a lot of things as far as trading. And I know there's a lot of Hispanic people who is listening, and they think this is a lot harder than it looks. But with your help, it's been a lot easier to make things sound very simple.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Well, listen, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. It's a supermoon night, too. Forgive yourself. The supreme act of forgiveness is when you can forgive yourself for all the wounds you've created in your own life. Forgiveness is an act of self-love. When you forgive yourself, self-acceptance begins and self-love grows. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 21, Nasdaq down 18, S&P's off 2. Gold contract down $4.50, trading at $1,219 an ounce. Silver down 49 cents, $16.89 an ounce. Platinum off $10, $9.32 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $2.51 a pound. Light sweet crude up 29 cents, trading at $43.70 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 26, 126.17. 30-year bond off a full point, 4 ticks, 154.01. King dollar up 995 ticks at 100.045. The euro is trading at $1.07, and the yen is at 108.44. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? The world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. September 9th is your benchmark, folks. That's where we gapped down from. We did 221 million shares. The high of that day is $217.03. We have been trying to break that high now for the past 4 days. We got over it on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I believe. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today. Each day, it couldn't hold that price. That is where all the sellers are inside the S&P. We'll see whether it's going to try it again tomorrow. Bottom line, right now, you get a failure in price, failure in volume on the dailies and on the weeklies. NASDAQ composite. What do we have with the composite? Excuse me, folks. Composite, same type of setup, different day, same downdraft, though. Bottom line, the composite's having a tough time at the 52.74 area. The high in the composite is 53.42. Same type of setup. Dow Industrials at highs. Dow broke out, way over their highs, actually. We're at 18,868, where the breakout area is 18,622. We'll see whether they get back inside it. I do expect we are going to, but bottom line, when you go higher, you can go higher. Russell 2000. Russell 2000 broke its high today. We're at 1297. Now, this took a year and a half to do. Pretty impressive. The last high was June of 2015. That was 1295.99. The Russell went from, in 1 week, from 1164 to 1306. So bottom line, the Russell's over its high also. And that means that, guess what? That means the Russell can also go higher. If we take a look at the IWM right now is trading at 129.15. That's over the high also. We'll see whether it hangs over the high. Because on the daily, the way the IWM is set up on the daily, folks, if we get a gap down tomorrow morning, let's say the IWM is closed at 129.15. If the IWM opens at like 127.72, that is going to be a beautiful island top, and that'll basically ring the bell. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold today got down. I'm going to put the continuous contract up. Gold got down to its June breakout area. That is, we got down to $1,211. That area is let's just right there. Is that on the continuous contract? It's actually $11.99. We'll see whether gold can get some juice. We did 331,000 contracts. We closed at 1219.70. It only had to close above 1218.70 to get that bounce going. That's what it did. So it looks to me like gold's going to start making its way back up to 1249. Silver. What we have with the silver market? Silver came down hard also. Traded to $16.62. If we take a look at the continuous contract in silver, we hit 1662, and that same area, that breakout area, is 1624. So silver has to get back inside. Silver has more work to do. Silver has to get back inside the $17.17. The notes. So the notes and the bonds, folks, they made, they're still down pretty good, but they made a pretty good recovery. The notes got down to $125.30. We closed out at 126.18. You did 2.2 million contracts. Bottom line is that we'll see whether, this can get a bounce going. But my take is that you're going to see, that we actually did see reversals inside the gold market today and the bond market. We'll see that whether that can continue coming into tonight and tomorrow morning. The 30-year bond got down to 152.24. We're at 154.03, and bottom line, we'll see whether that can make it up into the 156.22. King dollar screaming at highs. So on the contract we're trading, King dollar went to 100.240. We go take a look at the continuous contract. What you're going to see is that we've been here since March of 2015. The top of this consolidation is 100.660, I think. Yeah, 100.600. So 100.600. Right now, we're at 100.030. Now, I suspect it's going to make it up and touch it. It hasn't been able to make it up and over that level. I don't expect we're going to see it this time either. Now, the reason I don't expect we're going to see it is this. The amount of energy, normally when you're taking out highs or you're taking out lows, folks, what you do is that you get right under the high first and you build some cause. If you're taking out a low, you get right down near the low and you build some cause and then has a better chance of taking it out. Because we came from the middle of the consolidation, we just came from 95 last week, there's a huge amount of energy that was used to get up to this high. So your probability is bigger that, we're going to hit the high, could spike it somewhat, but then you're not going to make it. So we'll see. That is all going to get laid out. There's a lot of dynamics taking place, no doubt, between the currencies and the bond market and, of course, the S&Ps. You stay right there. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished up 21. NASDAQ was down 18. S&P's off 1. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So this story here, this broke about 6 months ago, and it's about is cotton sheets. And the thing that's really wild here, let me read you the story first, because Egyptian cotton, folks, is one of the best cottons in the world. And if you've ever had Egyptian sheets, that cotton is like so soft, it's unbelievable. And in the years past, I know when I've been buying sheets, whether it's for the short-term units or the rentals of most of the short-term units, it was weird that they were claiming they were Egyptian cotton, and they seemed very inexpensive, for what it was, bottom line and bottom anyway. But check this out. I suspect they probably weren't. But so here you go. Huddled inside Target's headquarters in downtown Minneapolis, a team of investigators spent the summer trying to answer what should have been a simple question. What are the hundreds of thousands of retailer sheets actually made of? What they discovered has undermined trust in the global luxury product and set off several class action lawsuits that have created a king-size public relations challenge for the Indian textile industry and U.S. companies it supplies. Turns out that major retailers, including Target, Walmart, have been selling premium sliced. I suspect it's all of them too. You probably go to Ralph Lauren. You can go to every one of them, but we'll get into that in a second. Turns out that major American retailers, including Target and Walmart, have been selling premium priced sheets made of Egyptian cotton, a byword for luxury and linens. But that may in reality be woven with lower quality cotton blends. 3 suits seek to be certified as class action have been filed against the supplier Wellspun India Ltd. And a separate one last week was directed at Walmart. The complaint filed in New York by customer Dorothy Monahan accuses the world's largest retailer of questioning the fiber content in Wellspun's product as early as 2008. Oh my God. 2008 is 2016. So they knew. But not halting its sales until after Target did so in August. Walmart said it will vigorously defend itself. The other lawsuits, all filed in the U.S. against Wellspun, allege the company fraudulently labeled its bed sheets as Egyptian cotton. Wellspun declined to comment on the suits. Managing director told analysts during a conference call in August that the error is on our side, so we have to take responsibility for the error. It's pure fraudulent behavior. Amazing. The marketing has created this image in our heads that high-quality cotton and just Egypt cotton are synonymous. Says Lewis Rose, a Memphis, Tennessee-based cotton industry consultant. Consumers should be skeptical of these marketing claims. They'll be under a lot more scrutiny now, there's no doubt. The fake cotton sheet episode came to light after exhaustive work by Target investigators who analyzed sheet fibers under microscopes and tracked their journey through a global supply chain. The probe found that 750,000 of Target's Egyptian cotton sheets sold for as much as $75 a pop didn't contain any Egyptian cotton at all. Oh my God. But lower quality fibers from cheaper sources. That July's discovery touched off a scandal spanning from Minnesota to Mumbai to Cairo. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, let's see. The Wellspun sheets Target examined were sold under the Fieldcrest brand, While its interest in steel, energy, infrastructure, textiles, and bread and butter for Wellspun, it says the supplies that it supplies. So check this out. This is sick. This company supplies 1 in 5 towels sold in the United States, and posted revenue of $900 million. Tennis stars like Roger Federer mopped their brows with their towels at the Women's Championships, a fact that the company highlights in its investor presentations. Target has cut ties and ended all of its $90 million in annual business with the company. Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond has also stopped selling them. There you go. Bottom line is that should have realized that, you know, what's so funny about that is that I really love that Egyptian cotton. And I was saying to myself, this doesn't feel like Egyptian cotton. Sure enough, not even close. Different ball game. But the amazing part about that, too, is that when you look at that one of those suits, that goes back to 2008 or 2016. Just sell. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at where did we come in with the volumes here? Let's see. So we did 1.1 million on the NYSE. You did 2.3 million in the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, they're unloading on, folks. So picture this. We really just went sideways in the composite, but that is a huge amount of share when you get a sideways move. You're not pushing highs, you're not pushing lows. That's a big number. That's unloading some shares out there, no doubt. BRK, let's go over to Berkshire Hathaway. I think Berkshire is also trying to take out its highs. Yeah, this is amazing, actually. So Berkshire, the B shares are at that high, the Berkshire. So, it's at an all-time high. So Berkshire has been, December of 2014, Berkshire was at 152.94. Last week, it just went from $144, and right now you're at 157.93. Big number. TSRO, let's see what this one is. Let's just come out with numbers. So this closed, they developed commercialized cancer therapeutics, closed at 148. That's trading at 139. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, I see. They're doing a secondary. Oh, man, these things are a trip. So, yeah, they're pushing out 1.7 million shares with an additional 262,000. So they're pushing out 2 million shares. Takes $10 off the stock in about a heartbeat. Let's take a look at AAP. So this is Advanced Auto Parts. That closed at 142. That's trading at 155. There's a big number for you. But that's been down since 175. So the estimate was $1.72. They made $1.73. Their comp sales, the estimate was down 3.5%. They were only down 1%, so that's pretty good. The total sales was $2.25 billion. The estimate was $2.2 billion. So bottom line is that they beat on the top and the bottom line. 142. Oh, this thing's way down, though. This thing's down from $203. This is just a dead cat bounce. Don't mess with this thing. Yeah, you got a dead cat bounce going. That's what it looks like. Yeah, if we go over take a, all these banks took off in a big way. You know, the spreads. Let's go to Goldman Sachs, actually. If you haven't heard yet, Goldman Sachs probably has another Treasury Secretary under their arms once again. Another alumni. In fact, this alumni, though, goes back 2 generations. The father worked there, and he worked there, and you gotta love it. Anyway, Goldman's at 209, the high is 218.17. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And when we talk about the NDX 100, the NDX 100 has always had a high weighting value to Apple. This is just coming across the tape right here, and I know our man Dave White was talking about this earlier, but this is pretty intense, man. So let me pull up the NASDAQ for a second. NASDAQ. I just want to see. So, I know how I'll do this. Okay, so inside the NASDAQ, this is the whole index now. This is intense. Okay, so picture this. The NASDAQ, folks, has 2,562 stocks in it, right? The 30% of the market cap, so are 5 stocks. It's Apple, Alphabet, which is Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook. 30.3% as of a couple hours ago. That's pretty intense. That's absolutely insane, actually. So let's go over and take a look at Google. Because Amazon has already, Google's making it down there too. Google's down $17 today. We were at 816 a couple weeks ago. The beginning of Brexit is 701 in Google. The turnaround was 663. I expect that's where it's going to go. Amazon, we were just talking about a little bit later, is already down at Brexit. Amazon is trading at 7.19, and the high of Brexit was 7.22. The low was 6.82. So you're right there. So it's going to be barreling into that more than likely tomorrow. Let's see. So Microsoft, MSFT, this is a lot higher. That's not even close to it. Yeah, Microsoft is way up there. Microsoft's at 58. The top of Brexit is 52. The bottom is 48. Facebook is right there. Facebook just came down from 133. The top of it is 115, and right now we closed at 115.08. We went to 113 today. The bottom of it is 108. And Apple's at 105. The top of it is 96, and the bottom is 91. Bottom line is that the way this market's trading, you know, it's taking it sector by sector, but this market wants to get into that whole area. And you know, if you do go back and take a look at GE was one of the first ones that got down there. GE, the bottom of Brexit was $29, and GE's making it back up from 30, but bottom line, it hit 28, and it'll come up. It's coming up to ICE at like $30.24. So I suspect as we go forward the next couple of days, what you want to watch real closely is you want to watch these bonds, because the 10-year right now. So the 10-year is at 2.253, and if we look at this for the course of the whole year, it's right at its highs. The high for the low for the 10-year has been 1.35. The high is 2.3. On the 30-year, the low was 2.0. The high was 3.06, and right now at 3.00. The 2-year, pretty amazing. The low was 0.55. The high was 1.0, and right we're at 1.0. So these bond prices have been going up. Now, what I expect you are going to see is it looks to me like they rejected lower price out here today, and you're going to get some kind of a bounce. The key is that bounce on lighter volume, and is that setting up another leg down the market, which it very well could be. You know, we'll see how that shakes out. The XAU and the HUI. Let's go to the XAU and the HUI. So both of these have taken a beating. XAU got down to 75.54 today, and it did reject lower price. So that's a good start. We'll see. Yeah, see the 73 area was coming into, XAU, HUI, they were coming into that March, April, May, June area where it was strong in 2016. And we did reject that out there today. Let's go to Rick in Natick. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Question. I own AKS and has a lot of, volume.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, went up to almost $11, and then went down to almost, $1.50.
Right.
So what do you see now going up?
Let's take a look. This is the AKS is a nice trading stock, but it's a cycle stock. There's no doubt, man. But when you're on the right side of it, it's good. So, okay. So let's see. So you broke the swing point on the weekly with volume. That sets up right there, which is 901. Well, I suspect it wants to test 901. Where I'm going with that, Rick, is that the last high, I can see the last high you're talking about, $11 in April, but you see how it came down off of that?
Yep.
In August. The bottom of where it came down, if it makes it into it, then you're in good shape. I mean, because it'll go test that high. Let me bring this back a little bit further for a second. Yeah, that's the downdraft right there. You got just about everything out of this, man. You know, what I would do. Let me see. Okay, January 24th. They already come out with their numbers, which is great. So what you could do is every day, right?
Yep.
That, like today, it opened up 78 cents. I wouldn't. Let's say it just goes up again tomorrow, right? Every single day, I would put a stop in and bring the stop up and give it nothing, okay? Because stocks don't go from $5 to $8 in 2 weeks, which this just did.
Yep.
And that would be a great way to just let the market take you out. But what it would do, you know, and it'd say, okay, you know, bottom line is that just like today, it opened at 791 and then just went to 828. And then the closer you get into that $9, though, I'd take some money.
Okay. But if you look at the history, though, as it just went way to the bottom, and then seems like it's creeping up. And basically, what Trump is saying that he's going to invest on those, you know, the roads and things like that one. So maybe it's a sector that it should be, you know, favorable sector.
No, it is. The steel sector is. If you look at U.S. Steel, the same thing has happened. Yeah, I agree. There's no doubt about that. But that's how these steel stocks trade. You know, U.S. Steel did the same thing. It crashed too. These steel stocks will crash again.
Okay. Thank you very much, Don.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. You're coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow finished up 21. NASDAQ down 18. S&P's flat. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Okay, so let's get our head wrapped around the GDX, because I know we got plenty of tigers and tigresses that like trading the nugget, like trading the dust, including this one right here. Okay, so let's do it. The GDX. Okay, the GDX is the Market Vectors Gold Miners Trust. Okay, so we're going to go through. And as we go through this, let me get it up on the side. Okay, cool. Okay, so that got down to $20.13 today. End up closing at $21.12. So we got a rejection of lower price. You had lighter volume. We put this back, and you're going to see what it's doing. So we're coming into, now this is the whole gold market too, folks, okay? So we're coming into where the market had traded the equities, the gold equities, the silver equities, where they had traded from March all the way over to June. And we came in with vicious volume. So picture, the GDX came in with 636 million shares on a weekly. So we needed a lower low, which we got, thank God, today, okay? Because we were coming into 560 million, 515, 515. So I don't expect you're going to do what we did last week. So now we have, number one, a lower low. I suspect we're going to have lighter volume by the end of the week, and we'll see whether we're still inside this $20.83. I expect we're going to be. I expect we're going to actually run to $22.58. Okay, so that's the first part of it. Now, when you are in the GDX, it's pretty cool because you can go right down the amount of stocks that are in the GDX, and this is the way that you should be trading them. So the first one is ABX. That's Barrick, right? So Barrick today got to $13.95, rejected lower price, closed higher. Barrick on the weekly had come down with 133 million. Well, that was going into 131, 134, 139. So Barrick, in Barrick's case, this is a decent deal because the GDX had come down with more volume, but Barrick did slightly lighter, and we got a rejection of lower price. So Barrick should start moving topside also. Newmont is, so Barrick is a 9.4% weighting. Newmont's 9.1% inside this GDX. Newmont had a big day. Newmont got down to a low of $30.19, rejected that level, closed at $32.60, and Newmont looks like it wants to take off. So Newmont's strong. And Newmont was coming into 53 million. It did 53 last week. It's going to do less. Newmont, the benchmark you want to keep your eye on Newmont is $33.47. You get inside that, you go right back up to the $38. Goldcorp. Goldcorp is 6.1% weighting. Goldcorp did pretty good too. So Goldcorp got to 1268, rejected it, closed at 1335. Yeah, I like the setup. This is nice. Okay, so Goldcorp came down with 59 million. You're going into 92 million and 65 million. You want to see Goldcorp get back inside 1392, but this is a decent setup. And I haven't been elated with Goldcorp in general, but this is I like how this came down here. It tested, rejected, didn't get actually really destroyed. Franco-Nevada, FNV. This equity got taken apart, and this equity is an indication, no doubt, of where gold wants to go. So Franco-Nevada got down to a price point of 53. This is nice, though. We did volume of 5.5 million. You were going to 7 million, as well as 15. It rejected it. 57.10. Okay, so Franco-Nevada, you want to see get back inside 57.10. An Eco Eagle, AEM. So in Franco, Nevada has a, let's see, 5.5% weighting structure. An Eco Eagle, this was a rejection of lower price, lighter volume, got back in the range. Nice setup. 4202. This came down last week with 15 million, was going into 13. Looks like this can bounce to a 4460. That's 5.2. Now this one here got just toasted. This is Silver Wheaton. So check this out. This is actually Silver Wheaton, by the way, folks, was one of the equities last week that took all of these babies down pretty quickly. So Silver Wheaton, you know, went from a price point of $24, yeah, $24 down to 17. Out here today, though, bottom line, rejected lower price. Put this back. 48 million. Well, you come down 41 million, you're going to 48. So that's still game. That is 4.2%. Rheingold. And I got to show you something with Heckler for all you gold and silver bulls out here. Because Heckler has given the best indication that these equities are going to go back to the highs that we're trading in January. And I'll show you why in a second here. Not January, in June, rather. Gold Corp. Okay, Gold Corp got down to a price point of 71.37, closed at 73.27. It's coming into, went down hard, man. 8.7 million shares. Going into 9 million, going into 4.6. Gold Corp, this is good that on Rheingold Resources that we actually get underneath that. Rheingold has a lot of work to do, but Rheingold can seem to do the work pretty good. So, thus far, each one that we've actually looked at has rejected lower price out here today. Anglo Gold, up 51 cents. Decent setup. That rejected 1096. That came down on 30 million shares versus 37. So that's a good setup, too. I like it. And then Royal Gold. And Royal Gold looks good. Royal Gold came down, got to $61, closed at 60. So check this out. That got to 60. Royal Gold got to $61, closed at 66. And Royal Gold wants higher price. Let me show you something with Heckler, too. So Heckler, folks, now Heckler is, there's going to be a smaller weighting structure inside there. But what Heckler did, which I was really psyched about, you know, when you get downdrafts like this that are so vicious, it can be a problem saying, okay, are you ever going to go back to higher highs? In Heckler's case, you get a high volume doji at 764, which is beautiful. When you're going through sectors, I like to find things like this. The reason being is like, okay, is this thing over? Well, Heckler's saying no, it's not even close. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And yeah, all these 13F filings are coming out, and one of them is definitely intriguing. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway is disclosing stakes in American Airlines, Delta, and Continental. Berkshire held 21.1 million shares in American as of September 30th. 66.3 million shares in Delta and 4.5 million in Continental, United Continental, according to the filing. The thing that's intriguing about that, folks, is that Buffett, and I suspect more than likely he's got two new guys, not new guys, they've been with him for quite a while right now, running portfolios. And I suspect it's them buying it, and it's not Buffett, because Buffett bought into US Air, and he had that thing forever on a losing deal. His quotes were they'd never buy airlines again. So bottom line is it's going to be intriguing to see how this whole thing shakes out. And what this just got disclosed, and what's a riot, is that they're bidding up like maybe 20, 30 cents. But bottom line, I suspect by tomorrow we'll find out. There's going to be plenty of people that are in the press that remember all those comments, because his U.S. Air deal, I remember always looking at it, and they were always saying how much money he was making, and I always remember that it went down to, like, his U.S. Air deal went down to, like a 60, 70% loss, but bottom line, he ever sells anything, so I don't know if he doubled down, tripled down, or whatever he did over the course of 10, 15 years. He finally got out of it. I know he finally got out of it, but I didn't follow it that long. Don't forget, folks, at TFNN, we do 10 hours of live programming every day. Well, we actually, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we go from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. You can get all that programming right on your cell phone. Go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Then we take that, play it all night long. If you happen to be in Las Vegas this coming Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we are going to be at the Traders Expo in Caesars Palace. It starts Wednesday night, and Thursday and Friday, come visit us. It's always great to see all the Tigers and Tigresses out there. And bottom line, you can expect more volatility in this market. I expect the dollar is going to be the mover tonight. Dollar, the yen, the currencies are the mover. The yen has had some real juice underneath it. And the yen is important in the context of where this gold market's going to go. So the yen all day long, bottom line, it went from 106 to 151. And take a look at this. Yeah, there's no reason they can't make it up to like 110. That's like another $1.15 away. That being said, it looks to me like this gold market has bottomed out. Because hey, we'll find out real quick. You'll be finding out tonight. What we haven't talked about, which we will talk about tomorrow, is India. India, folks, they're trying to get them to go into a cashless society. They're one of the biggest owners of gold. And you talk about they had them turn in, they're saying that they're having them turn in all their high-end notes. Well, their high-end notes are worth only $10 or $15 a piece. So it seems that it's a huge government move to get rid of paper money ASAP. Bottom line is that we'll see where that whole thing shakes out, but it's pretty intense. It'd be like, specifically, they woke up on a Monday morning, said that on a Wednesday morning, these notes were no longer going to be legal tender. You have to come turn them in. And what they were saying that no one pays their taxes over there. They want them turned in so they could have a record of it. Bottom line, guess what? The metals market, the gold market, does that do something to it? Yeah, it does quite a bit for it. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking right back here tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock.